All right, let's move on to the next one. Nigel, what's up, Nigel? He's here every week asking a bunch of questions. Good day, gents. Semantic Mastery is the best value in SEO. Hump Day Hangouts, where free actually means free. And when you do pay, you get value. You are appreciated, and thanks for all you do. Well, thanks you, Nigel. We appreciate you coming and engaging every week. Question, of course, what would be the specific strategy to quickly and cheaply rank a video as foot in the door strategy for a prospective local client? HVAC, for example. Would be the specific strategy to quickly and cheaply rank a video. What type of video has the best results? Okay, well, again, the quickest and cheapest way to rank a video is if you have a tool, tools that do that, like poking tools. For example, I use for whenever I'm running a poking campaign myself, I do it using Peter Drew's LiveRank Sniper. It's a really powerful tool that it's really super simple to set up, and you can just let it run in the background of your desktop while you're working on other stuff, or you could set it up on like a laptop if you haven't, let it run all the time. It's entirely up to you, but that's the tool that I personally use when I'm going to poke keywords, and that lets me determine or helps me identify keywords that I can rank for very easily, because the channels that we're using are not, they're orphaned channels. In other words, they're channels that don't really have a verified entity behind them. They're not connected to really a profile or a persona that we've built out, like what we teach in Syndication Academy with, building out a Web 2.0 ring and all that, the syndication networks and those kind of things help validate the entity. Very, very important for like branded properties and things that you're trying to SEO. But when we're doing spam testing or poking, as it's called, we just use like straight up YouTube channels that aren't connected to anything else. They don't have syndication networks or whatever. And we go out and we test keywords, and whatever shows up on page 1, and some people like to look and scrape whatever shows up on page 2 as well. But typically I just look at only the keywords that land on page 1 that were uploaded, or with LiveRank Sniper, it's not even an uploaded video. It's just a scheduled live event. Then whatever shows up on page 1 that was created from a channel that has no connection to anything else on the web. So it's an orphan channel. That means it's likely that you're going to be able to rank. Obviously, if you can rank with a channel that doesn't have a connection to anything on the web, then if you do have a money channel, so to speak, with a syndication network around it, it's got a brand to it, everything else is perhaps aged a bit, that kind of stuff, then you ought to be able to crush those keywords that you identified earlier, right? Because now you have like an actual entity that you're uploading these videos to target the same keywords that you've already identified as being able to rank without having additional SEO work done, if that makes sense. So, when it comes to what is the quickest and cheapest way, use a tool. If you have a VA, that's going to be even better, because that frees you up from the time from having to do it yourself. So I mentioned another tool earlier called Video Marketing Blitz, and that's a different kind of tool, because it actually uploads to channels as opposed to just doing scheduled live events. And so when I've got like hundreds of keywords to test, then I send that over to my VA that runs Video Marketing Blitz for me, because I'll have him do the project instead of me, because first of all, he does it 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So he's very proficient with the tool. He's very efficient. You know what I mean? He can run it very quickly. But second of all, it frees me up from the time. And then he just spits me back out the reports. Like he'll send me a Google sheet or an Excel file that has all of the keywords that ranked in the video URLs and now I can just go duplicate that campaign in money channels. And I know that I'm going to have videos that are going to rank and stick, because they're from, basically money channels that have been aged and connected properly and all that kind of stuff. So when it comes down to the cheapest and best way, just use a tool that will help to identify. And then once you've identified keywords that you can rank for easily, then you just go more the traditional route and upload videos or live stream videos to channels that do have syndication networks and are a bit aged and branded and all that kind of stuff. If that makes sense. Okay.